At Creative Kids, we believe the most important aspect of our work is to hear the child's voice and to make sure that they're active participants when it comes to decision making in their own learning journeys. We involve the children on a daily basis, so when it comes to making decisions and having their voice heard, they're very comfortable in doing so.
We had been discussing with the children famous buildings around the world. We asked the families to discuss with their children what their favourite building might be. Killian's favourite building was where his granny was born, number 4 Castle Street, Dublin.
During circle time, we spoke to the children about Georgian buildings and asked them what information they already knew. Killian spoke up and said that he remembered everybody lived in one room in a Georgian building. We showed the children a photograph of number 4 Castle Street.
We asked the children if they would like to meet Killian's nanny, and they were delighted with this idea, so we arranged a visit with Nanny Maureen.
So Nanny Maureen came to the preschool to answer all the questions the children had about number 4 Castle Street. She explained to the children that they did actually all live in the one room and that their toilet was outside of the building.
The children had great questions. Raja Harris wanted to know if they had a car. Nanny Maureen said no. Noah was very confused and asked how did they get everywhere. Nanny Maureen explained they had a bike or they would walk. You had to be very rich to have a car.
Nanny Maureen answered all of the questions the children threw at her during her visit. We then asked the children if they would like to take a trip to visit Nanny Maureen's first family home.
We discussed with the children how we might get there. One child suggested a bus. Michael then announced his dad was a bus driver. So we spoke to Michael's dad, John, and arranged with him if he could take us and the children to Castle Street.
Finally, the big day arrived. So with some high-vis jackets, some very helpful parents, and Nanny Maureen, our guest of honour, we took the walk to the bus where John awaited us. Michael almost exploded with pride.
John parked the bus near the ancient walls of Dublin Castle and we made the short walk to number 4. The highlight of the tour was when we went to the first floor building. Killian said, "This is where my nanny used to live and sleep."
We made sure the children's voices were heard throughout the whole process of the trip to number 4 by encouraging them to ask questions and make suggestions about what they wanted to see and do.
As we all waved Castle Street off, the children were full of excitement and chat about all they had seen and all they had learned during their day.
Throughout this learning journey, we spoke to the children in large groups, small groups, and on individual levels. We listened carefully and spoke honestly about what would and would not work. This enabled the children to make most of the decisions for themselves.
Our visit to number 4 Castle Street was amazing, and it all came from one child's interest. This confirmed to us that when children are listened to and facilitated in decision making, they will drive their own learning.